In this section, we will program the document camera logic. There are several different smart object controls on the document camera subpage. These smart objects will tie directly to the document camera control module. The method of control for the document camera is the important part. Look at the system drawing. We see the document camera feeds its output to the DM-MD6x4 via HDMI, and it is controlled via IP. Our first step is to get the IP control module for the document camera. We have the module and will only need to import it into our simple program. We need to import the module into our simple program as a project module. We do have the module on our computer. This module is for the Wolf Vision document camera and is authored by Crestron. The file we have is an archive.zip file. We will need to extract all the files from the archive.zip and then copy them into the program folder. The program folder is where we have our simple source code file saved. To do this, we can use the unzip built into Windows by right-clicking on the Wolf Vision module archive.zip and selecting Extract All. It will need to know where to unzip to, and we will select Browse and browse to our project folder. You don't need to open the folder, just select it. The last step is to click on Extract. If we look in our project folder, we should see the Wolf Vision module files. And we do. We place the module files in our project folder, so this module will be available to this program only. We have one more step to have the module show up there. We need to go to the project menu and select the Resync Project Data option. Once the resync is complete, Simple Windows will let you know what has resynced and that those tasks have been completed. Click OK to dismiss the message. We can now expand the project modules folder and the interface-specific logic folder within that. The Wolf Vision module will be there now. Add a new subsystem folder into the logic folder and name it A/V sources. Within that new folder, create a new subsystem called Document Camera. Drag and drop the new Wolf Vision module into the Document Camera subsystem folder we just created. Double-click the module to open it in the detail view. There is a lot of control in this module, and we will only be using some of it. To use the module, we will just connect the presses from our panel to the lines in the module to perform the needed functions, much like we did earlier for the shades logic. There is a help file for the module, and we should take a look at it. Looking at the signals, we see that all we need is a pulse to activate them. Since this module will talk to the document camera over IP, we need to find some key piece of information in this help file. The first thing we see is that communications use TCP/IP and the port number needed to talk to the document camera. Since the connection is TCP/IP, it will be a little different from what we have used so far. We need to add a hardware definition for the TCP/IP client for the module to use to connect and communicate with the document camera. Double-click on the slot 5 Ethernet. When a selection window pops up, hover your mouse over the list and press T on the keyboard. This will bring the list down to the first item with a T beginning in its name. This happens to be a TCP/IP client, the one that we want. We want the client, as it will make a connection to a device. The TCP/IP server just below will wait for a device to connect to it. We want to connect to the document camera, so we will select the TCP/IP client. This will add the TCP/IP client. We can press F8 to hide the unused IP IDs. We see that the TCP/IP client took an IP ID. This ID is for the TCP/IP client, not the document camera module. The module will talk to the TCP/IP client, and the TCP/IP client will connect to the document camera and relay information between the module and the document camera.